everyone, and welcome to another free family art project here at Studio 23. I'm Autumn, the education coordinator here. And if you got to see our previous segment with Tara, you saw that we are featuring the art of Lori Anderson today. And Lori Anderson is a ceramic artist, and she's kind of known for doing these very simplified pieces that she then adds a small amount of color to, usually like black and white or brown and white, and then she might throw just a little splash of color in it. And then she's also sort of known for using very basic shape and line in her design also. And if you got to see her piece, any of her pieces, you see that she does something really interesting when she does a lot of like group pieces. So there'll be, let's say, 3 or 4 ceramic pieces all together, and she'll kind of create this juxtaposition of these very hard graphic lines, and then maybe she'll pair it next to a little bit more organic shapes or lines. So it's really, really very interesting, and because she keeps it so basic, it's very stark and it's very stunning, and your eyes just want to take in all this amazing information from them. So they're beautiful pieces. If you haven't had a chance to see them, I encourage you to do that. But I was inspired by her pieces today, and I thought that I would create something that you could hang from a wall or a window, because she likes to do a lot of wall hangings. So I came up with something a little different. We're going to be creating a Lori Anderson inspired Suncatcher today. Let's see, I know there's some reflection there, but hopefully you can see that. So if you can see, I've been not only inspired by the shapes, so I use this square shape because she has these sort of these pillows that she uses that are often square shaped. And then I was also inspired by the designs, because I've really kept it basically black and then clear. And then here and there I might add just a little pop of red. So I just added a pop of one color. So this is what we're going to be doing today. As far as supplies go, you could buy Transparency if you want. I pulled this out of the recyclers here because I just like to reuse and recycle stuff, and I just cut it down to size, so that would be something great you could do. And then you're going to need some kind of Sharpies, permanent marker. This is just some basic, I have 3 different size Sharpies, so they're all black, but I have a large, a medium, and a really, really fine point. And then I do have one red Sharpie, just so I can add the little pop of color like Lori does. And then you want stuff that you can trace. So like I found different shapes, like in the bottom of a cup or the bottom of this marker. An old bottle gave me a nice round shape. And then I found these rulers at the dollar store, and they're kind of great because they have line already on them. So it makes it really, really simple for your student. So I'll be using a lot of the line from that too. And then you'll want some kind of hole punch. I just used this. Some ribbon to connect your pieces, scissors, and then if you want, you don't have to, but if you want, you could always grab some clear glue to make sure that the ribbon stays in place. All right, so let me go ahead and move the cameras around and we'll get started. All right, I think we are in good shape. So here is my example that I have here that I already made. And you can see the design now a little better that I have it with a background color going on. But you can see how it's mostly black, and I've added like little pops of color here and there. So then I also made a few other ones, kind of in the same way that Lori does her designs, you can see. Some of them are very graphic, some of them much more organic. So let's see, there we go. I'm just going to take one, and this is really pretty simple, and this is such a fun project for students. Kids love to be able to just take some tools and go for it, and that's really what they can do with this project, just take some tools and go for it. So I'm going to grab my marker, and I think we're going to use this design because I haven't used that yet. I think I'm just going to go for it. And when I move this ruler that I'm tracing, I notice it is smearing a little bit, but I'm actually okay with that. I don't hate it. And that's kind of what I was talking about when I said just sort of, you know, start to experiment and play with things. Things might happen like that you didn't expect, but you might end up really liking it. Let's see. And I'm just gonna try and design it out, play around with line. And that's what I think is so fun about Lori's work, is you can tell that she's not afraid to play around with line in her work. And I love that. I love when artists aren't afraid to just go for it and give it a try. And I'll do one more here, I think. All right, so I have some lines going on here, and let's see. I think I'll go in and add just a touch of red. Maybe I'll just add, maybe I'll trace this. And maybe I'll do one right here too. And from there, you could color it in if you wanted to. I mean, that's really up to you. Now, when you're coloring with Sharpie on a transparency or any kind of plastic like this, what you really don't want to do is keep coloring over the same spots, because at some point when it dries, you'll sort of just start to pull color up with your Sharpie, and you really don't want that. So this might be a time when you want to try and maybe color it in a little bit more carefully. And maybe I should have picked a little bit smaller circle. Let's see. Because this one is going to take a minute to color in. All right, but you get the point. So we got this one, and maybe I'll color in this other circle black, just to change it up a little bit. We're just gonna go right in. And color that in. All right, so I got another design done. Again, I'm trying to keep this pretty simple, like my examples. Remember, I don't want to get this too crazy. So I got one, and we'll do one more. Let's see. I like the waves. I really like the waves, so let's do something with these. Let's see. And again, when I pull it, it's smearing the black again. But I don't hate it, and it kind of now goes along with the other one, so it makes it look a little more intentional. And I guess it is, at this point it kind of is, because I like it and I don't want to fix it. All right, got some squiggly lines going. Let's see, maybe I'll just add a big square in this too, and I'll still use black. We'll find another way to add a little pop of red, but I think I want to add I like that. It's mixing it up a little bit. And then just like before, I'm going to color it in, but I'm really going to try and color it in neatly so I don't pull up too much of that ink that's already down. Oh, that's kind of cool. I'm liking that already. So I think I will add one more little bit to it. Let's see, maybe I will add a couple of little red circles. Let's see. And because this is sort of abstracted, I mean, you can really do whatever you want with this. So, and kids love that. All right, I'm digging that. I like that. So I think I'm good to go. So from there, you're just going to take your pieces and you're going to punch a hole in them. So, and you want to make sure you punch a hole on both sides if you're going to hang them all together, like I'm doing. Let's see. And then from there, that's when you're going to grab your ribbon. And you're just going to line them up and connect them. I just knot them. It's super easy. Put a knot through, and then underneath on the other side. Make it as long as you want. It's completely up to you. And then you're just going to knot it again. And you're good to go. Cut it off. There we go. You're going to want to do that on the other side, and you're going to do it all the way down until you've created your completed sun catcher. When you're done, it will of course look something like this. The fun thing about this project is you could literally make it as long or as short as you wanted. You could even hang multiples together to give it a look very similar to Lori's work. So that is my project for today. This is my Lori Anderson inspired sun catcher. And I hope you try it. It's going to be beautiful this weekend, I hear, so I feel like nice sunny weather would be a great day to put up a little sun catcher like this. Up next is Val. She's going to be doing an artist project also inspired by Lori Anderson. And I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic weekend. We'll see you next week. Bye.